All right, today we're looking at the Gateway 1. This is an all-in-one desktop PC. Very neat if you like the type of PCs that kind of stand up straight, sort of like a product from a company that I will not mention. This is right up your alley. They can be mounted on a wall. They look good in the kitchen. And of course, with these new all-in-one desktop PCs, they used to just be a desktop PC in a slim form factor. Now, of course, they're touchscreen, and they're usually multi-touch touchscreens. Now, this is a very neat computer. It seems to be very thin. I'll show you the profile of it. It's not super duper thin, but it's relatively thin, but it has all the connectivity of a desktop PC, and on top of that, it has a VESA mount on the back, so you can actually mount this on your wall. So if you want something in the kitchen, this is right up your alley. But don't cut it, don't give it any slack. It's actually pretty powerful. This thing does have an Intel Core i3. It's the 2100, which is one of the fastest, at least frequency-wise, CPUs. It's a 3.1 gigahertz. This display is actually 23 inches diagonally. It's 1920 by 1080p, so it will do HD videos. You can do some full-on 1080p video on here, no problem. 6 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, and that's clocked at 1333 megahertz, so tons of memory, very fast. It's got 10100, 1000 Ethernet, 802.11n, and it has a 2 megapixel webcam right at the top. So 2 megapixels on a webcam is actually quite impressive. You're going to get some really nice high quality HD video if you want to do some teleconferencing or some Skyping. It's got a DVD Super Multi built in, Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit, and then as you can tell, it does come with a keyboard and a mouse, and of course they are wireless, because if not, it would be kind of silly. So real quick, I'm going to show you what's going on the sides here. Starting over here, you have a USB port on the top. Now, I have it actually set up. Let me move this a little bit better so you can see. I have it set up with the dongle for the wireless keyboard and mouse, but you can actually put this on the other USB port on the other side. Probably a little more hidden and convenient. You have another USB port at the bottom, and then in the middle you have your input and outputs for your headset and your microphone. Now, moving on to the back, you may have a hard time seeing this, I'm not sure, but right over here, there is a hole for your Kensington lock. So in case you need to lock this thing down, it's going to be used in a school or in a public area, a library, maybe use it as a kiosk in your business. It will be able to be locked down. Also, you can see you have your standard VESA mounts, so you can put this on a rotating arm, you can mount it on a wall, you can put it on a swivel. It's really up to you. Now I'm going to move it over to this side. Hopefully I can do it without unplugging the power. Now, it seems like there's not a lot of stuff back here, but there is this panel, and I'll go ahead and take it off so you can see. And inside that panel, you have a bunch of good stuff. You have your Ethernet ports, a ton of USB 2.0 ports, more input and outputs for headsets and microphones, multi-channel audio, VGA, power, as well as PS2s in case you need some legacy support. And then down here, this is where your power is going to plug in. Also over here, this is where you're going to find your multi-card reader. And then up here at the top, you will also find your DVD RW. It is a super multi-drive. It will do almost every format under the sun as far as optical formats goes, plus Rs, minus Rs, RAMs, ROMs, and all that good stuff. Now, I'll go back to the front. I'm going to go the long way since I have my cord wrapped around. And I'm going to show you down at the bottom here, this is where you have your power switch. And also, you'll notice you have a couple touch-sensitive controls over here on the right. And one of them is really cool, and it's this one. You can't see it because we're brightened in the studio, but it'll actually turn on a little vanity light down here at the bottom that will let you see the keyboard and the mouse. So if you come into the room at night and you have your keyboard down here at the bottom, you can actually see it and see what you're typing, as well as know where the mouse is and see it in this little vanity light. So very nice if you want something that's going to fit into one package so you don't have to have cables for your monitor and your mouse and all that good stuff. Everything is wireless. There's only one cable coming out the back. You still have all the connectivity you'd have on a full desktop, but it's in a slim form factor, and if you so desired, you get mounted on a wall. So there you have it. It's the Gateway 1. It's an all-in-one desktop PC, and the model number is the ZX6961, and this version with this type of hard drive and this type of RAM is the UR20P. So if you have any questions on it, feel free to email me, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the Gateway 1 ZX6961 all-in-one desktop PC, type in G180-33102 into any major search engine.